As you watch Sebastian Stan return for the role of Bucky Barnes in Thunderbolts, do you think you're going to channel your inner Zemo and like heckle him every time he comes on the screen or throw popcorn?
Yeah.
Hello, guys. How you two doing?
Really
Good.
well, thanks.
That's what I want to hear. Now, Jessica, one of my favourite scenes is when you turn to Daniel's character just as he's about to meet the studio head and ask if there's any swears he wants to do before he meets him. So I'm going to ask you this before we start the interview. Are there any swears you want to get off your chest?
Actually, no. I can't think of any swears. I mean, maybe kind of like cripes or something like that, maybe.
Oh, whoa.
Blimmin' heck.
Stop it.
Blummin' heck. You know,
Whoa,
flippin'
potty
hell.
mouth much.
Something like that, I know. Effin' and Jeffin'.
Jetzt
Effin' and
halt doch
Jeffin'.
mal die Schnauze.
Ah.
Ich krieg die Krise. Scheißnausen. Die ganze Zeit rumplappern. Das macht mich wahnsinnig.
Wow.
Okay.
I actually really enjoyed that.
Mm.
Yeah, I weirdly
You
enjoyed
want
that.
more?
Should we just have the full 8 minutes be you swearing? Well, we can watch. Daniel, you've previously referred to Ron Howard as a second father figure in your life. What was it like to have that scene where you got to berate him in the franchise? Did that dynamic feel nice that you got to subtly dig at him through your character?
I tried so hard to replace him and to use someone else, but Sam then said, no, it has to be Ron Howard, and ultimately it's a compliment. That's how I put it because I worked with him, funnily, right after the franchise, and so I was always waiting for the right moment to then go, Ron, can I talk to you for a second? There's that English American show that I'm doing, and I'm making a joke, and I remember his kind eyes, the kindest eyes. I mean, he's the nicest guy. And he said like, oh, you made a joke about me? I said, no, it wasn't me. It's actually Sam Mendes. You know how the Brits are. And so I was blaming Sam. No, but knowing Ron, who is a very funny man, who is has the ability to laugh about himself, will not take it personally, but see it as a compliment, because if you mention it, means you're a star. You are someone, if you're making reference to.
Let's just hope that Ron's next film isn't like a whole smear campaign against you. Fingers crossed on that one now. Doesn't try and get revenge. Jessica, playing Daniel Bruhl's right leg woman in the franchise must have been quite the experience. Do you have any behind the scenes stories about him that only you would know, especially after you work so closely with him?
Well, I definitely know that the moment when I knew that it was really going to work and it was going to go, this was going to be really good and this was all going to work really well, is when just right at the beginning, at the corner of my eye, we were just in between takes, and kind of Daniel was sort of like just working himself up, kind of getting in the groove, and he just did this thing, which then then I realized that it's a kind of something that he does, and I just saw him going, and I was like, okay, this is really gonna work. We are gonna get on. This is gonna go well. And that was great. That was a great feeling.
I mean, I think we know what's going to happen here. Daniel, can I please get a brum, brum, brum from you? That has weirdly made my whole week. I should get out. If that's made my week, I should really get out more, shouldn't I? Really? Yeah. Daniel, you're not exactly a newbie to the world of superheroes, are you? As you watch Sebastian Stan return for the role of Bucky Barnes in Thunderbolts, do you think you're going to channel your inner Zemo and like heckle him every time he comes on the screen or throw popcorn?
Yeah.
It's nearly midnight here. I don't know if I've just seen a Golden Globe nominee pretend to be a motorbike, or if I'm just like sleep deprived and delirious.
We're all delirious. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're in good company.
Jessica, this isn't your first foray into the world of superhero either, is it? Because you wrote a superhero series about a character called Justine. Now, in the franchise, you had Billy as Tecto and Richard E. Grant as I. Who would you have loved to have played Justine?
Oh, do you know what? I think at the time, Florence had just done her movie, like the very first movie she did, like the fainting or like the falling. And I was thinking about her initially for that. So yeah, that was right back in the day when I was conceiving it. And I remember even pitching it, and they were like, you know, it was before she'd really hit. So, yeah, she would have been great.
If you want, I'll put some money towards it. I don't mind.
Maybe it's time to kind of like dust it off. Yeah, it was a really amazing. I mean, I think from a creative standpoint, a part of any kind of creation is the doing of it. But obviously, the best part of creation is then taking it to fruition. But you know, it just was one of those things. But yeah, no, it was really fun making that world and sort of creating it. Yeah, and imagining who might do it. But yeah, but maybe, you know, who knows? Now you've brought it up. You're going to put the money in. We're going to do it. Great.
Yeah, when I said I was going to put the money in, how does a tenner sound? I can do that.
That's a good start. That's a good start. It's a good
We're
start.
getting there. Daniel, you got to work with the legendary Dame Maggie Smith in Ladies in Lavender. How did that experience shape your perspective on her career and legacy?
I mean, I was so incredibly intimidated the first time I met them both. It was Maggie Smith and Judi Dench. I mean, imagine a 20-year-old German, you know. It was such a huge privilege. At the beginning of my professional career, I learned so much from both of them, and from Maggie Smith also when it comes to the sense of humor, the comedy, the sharpness, that immense talent. I mean, I felt like an insignificant little, you know, something in comparison to this, you know, power and talent. So I was very, very sad last week to hear about her passing away. But she is one of those iconic legends that will never actually die, but live on forever on the screens. And yeah.
Oh, mate, thank you so much for sharing that, Daniel. And guys, thank you so much for chatting to me today. I've loved every single second of that 8-minute chat, except for the part where I lost a tenner. So
you didn't lose it. It's an investment. It's coming back. Let's just keep going, okay? Let's just keep the ball rolling.
I cannot wait to see how many more interviews you try and crowbar that in.
It's exclusive.
Guys.
Exclusive to you.
See you later, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. See you later,
Bye.
guys. Have a good one.